All right, my people, so the adventure begins. After doing a little research, the backstory is over behind my local truck stop, some trucker had dropped probably at least 2 pallets worth, thousands of pounds of mandarin oranges. You know what I mean? Cuties. You know what I mean? You see them in the store. Or halos, I'm sorry, not cuties, halos. And obviously, you can see it says mandarin, they're mandarin oranges. So I could fit 10 cases in my truck. You know what I mean? So did a little research and figured out this is probably the best way to attack it. What you're going to want to do is, get yourself a good peeler. This one's really good. And in fact, I'm wearing a glove on the hand that I'm holding the orange with because this thing's sharp enough to take your skin off, believe me. What I'm doing is just getting the rind off. You can see in there there's rind, but there's not a ton of pith on it. You want to try and leave as much of the pith behind as you can and just save the rind, because eventually what's going to happen is, and this is going to be a long process, I'll fill this bucket with boiling water with just the rinds in there and let that soak. Now, of course, what that's going to do is extract a lot of that flavor. A lot of the flavor in an orange comes from the rind. A lot of the essence of the orange comes from the rind. Obviously, you don't eat the rind, but when it comes to baking and cooking and stuff like that, even in gin, they use orange rind or lemon rind, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of flavor to be had out of here. And I'm going to have a lot of rind. So, at a certain point when this gets full enough, I'll dump in boiling water. I might even dump in boiling water that has sugar inverted into it, because that's going to become part of the mash. Obviously, when after it cools down, after you've extracted as much of the essence of the orange from this rind, squeeze all that out, strain it all out, get it all out of there, and you'll have a lot of flavor in that water. That'll become my mash water. You know what I mean? Now, you can see you're not taking off a ton of the pith. You know what I mean? This white stuff. You don't want a ton of that. That's going to sour out. But luckily for me, my juicer, this is like a Ninja cold press juicer. Very, very good juice. I'll turn it on here. And what I'm going to do is, I'll try to keep this camera as steady as possible. Start juicing these oranges. And you'll see what a good job, when this stuff comes out of here, it is dry. You know what I mean? And we'll just keep juicing oranges. You can see, slice them up so they fit down the hole. Now, obviously, you could do this with one of them semi-round juices, whatever you call them, where you squeeze a lemon squeezer or an orange squeezer thing, where you cup it over the thing, but that's going to take you forever, you know what I mean? Well, luckily for me, I own a juicer anyway. Oh, crap, I forgot to open it up. I forgot to open up the spout down bottom. You keep that spout closed when you're not using it so it's not dripping all over the place. But so keep piling the oranges in there. Cut them up into nice little quarters or whatever. And every once in a while, it doesn't want to take. You got to use the masher to get it down in there. But you can see how much juice is coming out of these oranges. There is a ton of juice in here. And probably, I've heard from people that in an orange, after you juice it out, only 6% of the weight of the orange is juice. But what the percentage of sugar in that juice is, I don't really know. Or only 6% of the weight of a whole orange is sugar. You know what I mean? But by the time you juice it, I don't know what the percentage of sugar in here is. I guess I could do a gravity reading on the orange juice when I'm done. But this is the way it's going to look now. Now that one's, oh yeah, I can stick this one in there. All right, so we'll put an end to this. You don't want to watch me juice forever. But you can see that was only few oranges, few of these mandarin oranges. I've got, look at how much juice there is there. Now, when you're done, this is the reason why they give you a little closing tab here to block off the drip of the juice. So that way, if you pull this thing out, You know what I mean? So, 3 oranges are getting me, you're getting about 100 mils of juice per orange, which isn't too bad. Now, as you can see, there's the rind. I haven't even emptied one case yet. What I've, here's my juice bucket. You can see that juice is starting to pile up. I've got that much oranges left in there. This is only the first case. I've still got half a case left here. And if you come take a walk with me, before we wrap this up, I still have all these cases. So obviously this is going to be a long process. There's going to be a lot of peeling, a lot of juicing, a lot of work. It's probably going to take me days to do all this. And that's not even the last of it, because there's still cases and cases and cases up at the truck stop. Now, it got real cold last night, which may be a good thing, because those oranges that are at the truck stop are probably frozen. So they're going to keep. So I'm going to go back tonight, or you know what I mean, later on today, before it gets dark, and probably get as many more cases as I can get. As many are there. They're all in bags, so they're easy to scavenge. Even a lot of the cases were broken, but you can just grab them by the bag and pile them into my truck. I might have as many as 20 cases of oranges. I don't know how many pounds that is, but I had to carry them up 2 flights of stairs, and each case probably, I want to say 30, 40 pounds. I couldn't even carry 2 at a time. I probably could have, but I've got to say they're probably 40 pounds a case. You know what I mean? So I'm probably going to wind up with about 800 pounds of oranges. So, and as you can see, I haven't even gone through half a case, and I've still got that much of the half a case left. So I've probably only done 25 oranges so far. You know what I mean? Look at how much juice is in there. A little bit of pulp. I didn't use the finest screen that I could. This has a finer screen to remove all the pulp. I want to leave a little pulp in there for the yeast, you know what I mean? And then obviously when I put it in the still, I'll strain it all out. But even like this is all the pith and the insides and stuff. You couldn't get any more juice out of that. It's not dry per se, but there's no juice left in it. It has literally squeezed every bit of everything out of it. So this is the process that's going to take place to get myself not only, my mash water from the rind, but also the juice too. So, I'm going to have to figure out how sweet this is and whether I even need to add sugar. I might not even have to add sugar. And today on Amazon, using Prime, I ordered a pH meter, a digital pH meter, to, so I know what the pH is at. It'll be here tomorrow. Prime delivers within a day. And I've got some baking soda, so if I need, if the pH is out of whack, if it's too acidic, you can beat it back with the baking soda until you get a pH in your mid-5, low 5s, probably 5.3s, 5.2, somewhere in there is where I'm going to want to. Yeast doesn't mind a little acidity, but it can be too acidic, you know what I mean? So, keep around some baking soda to balance your pH. You're going to obviously need a pH meter. Those strips are shit. I tried using strips, not on this, but on other mashes I've tried using strips, and they're just not accurate enough. So I just got a digital pH meter. I think it's accurate to 0.01% or something like that. So it'll be fine. It says it was made for water, beer, anything else you want to use it on. So begins the journey with the oranges, people. If you've looked at my old videos, you saw the journey with the bananas. I had not too long ago gotten 320 pounds of bananas at the truck stop for free, because truckers, when they get a load rejected, they just leave that shit there. They'll give it away. They'll dump it out the back of their truck, way in the back of the truck parking lot. You see all kinds of shit in the truck stop. We've had people fucking overdose in the bathroom stalls over there. So this is what the journey is going to be. If you're interested in the banana one, you can look back in my catalog of videos, and I had a whole series on the banana mashes and the disaster that was. It came out good. I've got an entire 5-gallon barrel filled with, the double distilled banana mash that I made. And, I had 320 pounds of bananas. It made a lot of fucking mash. Now I'm going to have about 800 pounds of oranges, and it's going to make a lot of mash. So I don't necessarily know that I'm going to have a barrel to put this in. I do have a 2.8 gallon French oak barrel that's not charred. So maybe I'll put it in there. A little orange brandy in a French oak barrel. Who knows? Maybe it'll come out good. But so the journey begins, people. Stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. Hey, have a good day. I'll see you all real soon.